Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. I hope you're having a nice Monday, start of the week and all that. Never easy to go to work on that first day, but I made it. Anyway, let's talk a bit about some sibling rivalry between Sonny Edwards and Charlie Edwards. And just a quick brief, recap. Charlie was the first of the brothers to win a world title. He was with Matchroom. He won the WBC flyweight title and defended it a couple of times. And then he lost it. We gave it up, actually. And there was some sort of friction with Matchroom. He left Matchroom, joined forces with Queensberry, Frank Warren's outfit. And his brother Sonny, who is 3 years younger, was also at Queensberry at the time. So both the brothers were there under the same promotional banner. But then Sonny left and he went to Probellum. We know about Probellum. It was one of Mr. Kinahan's, fistic endeavours that went bosoms northwards. What can you say? No, I can't really add much more to that. But now, out of the blue, and having criticised Eddie Hearn, Sonny signs with Matchroom. And he did it a few weeks ago. I'm sure you've read about it. But the moment he signed with Matchroom, with whom he had been very critical about how they treated his brother, and his brother, of course, the older brother Charlie, left under a bit of a cloud, suddenly there was a little bit of back and forth between the two brothers, with Charlie saying, calling out his brother half jokingly. I mean, whenever you get humour, you normally get a bit of truth sort of laced into it. And there's a few, I just want to read you a few things that Sonny said. He was talking about when they were young, and he said, when I was 14, 15, 16, I was mixing it with my brother, who was 3 years older than me. At age 18, he stopped wanting to spar me. I wasn't invited to spar him. He does not spar me. My dad just wants to see an exhibition between, in his eyes, the best British fighters out there. He thinks it would be something that's never been done before. So an exhibition, different from a fight, of course, but, And then he gets kind of really quite heavy. This is Sonny talking again. He says of his brother, I think he's a clout chaser, and that's what this is all about. It might have hurt him a little bit that I just signed with his old promoter when he wanted a bit of attention. Who could begrudge him that? I'd hate to be my brother too. Wow, that's kind of a heavy statement. I'd hate to be my brother too. First and foremost, he needs to work his way up the rankings. He's in the middle of obscurity at the moment. To be calling my name when I'm top of the game, world champion with a lot of career prospects and storylines. Interesting words, storylines. Okay. There's too much in front of me and not enough in front of him. That's a hell of a way of putting it. No diplomacy with Mr. Sonny Edwards. He wasn't calling out his little brother when he was a world champion. He didn't give me a world title shot, did he? And if he did, I would have taken it off him then. Cheeky beep, begins with C, ends in T, and he knows that as well. If I ever got offered it, I don't think I'm turning it down, but I don't think I'll get offered it. All right, so that's some heavy stuff from Sonny Edwards about his brother. And we know Sonny, he likes Twitter and mouthing off about all sorts of things, boxing and otherwise. But that's some heavy stuff right there. But he is right about Charlie in one respect. What's happened to Charlie Edwards' career? He was WBC champ. He lost it, it was a no contest, changed for no contest. He was hit when he was on the floor. Was it Martinez he fought? I can't remember now. And it was changed to a no contest. I think Suleiman was in the audience, wasn't he? It was in Britain, but Suleiman was in the audience. And the next thing you know, suddenly he's left Matchroom. He did absolutely nothing with Frank Warren. He's had a couple of fights over the last couple of years, which are meaningless. I think he was at the York Hall, one of them was. For a former world champ to suddenly, to have no visible pathway back to the top is really odd. Whereas Sonny, of course, has built himself quite a good career. I think Sonny is the more talented of the brothers. I don't think I'm telling you anything you don't know there, but... will they ever fight? Could they ever fight? Well, I doubt it, to be honest. I doubt it. I wouldn't rule it out entirely. I think if Charlie was to, say, win a version of the world title, there'd be a lot of money to be made with a unification between two brothers. I mean, that really would be something out of the ordinary. there, what was it, Gabby Canizales and his brother. Gabby Canizales held one of the belts, and his brother held, is it Orlando Canizales? Who am I thinking of? There were two Canizales brothers who held belts in, I think, in the same division simultaneously, and they didn't fight. That was back in the early 90s, I want to say. I'm struggling to think of any other brothers, though, that actually got it on. Maybe there are more obscure fighters who've done it down the bill, but I'm trying to think of world-class fighters, brothers who could have fought each other. Joe Gatti and Arturo Gatti were in different weight divisions, but they wouldn't have fought. Now, this would be a really odd thing to have two brothers fighting each other. But I suppose stranger things have happened. They'd certainly make a name for themselves, wouldn't they, if it was a tear 'em up phone booth warfare type of barn burner, two brothers knocking lumps out of each other. I wonder what their mother would think. I know the Edwards brother's mother was really quite ill. I don't know whether she's still with us, actually. It's a horrible thing to say, but I know she was quite ill, but I wonder what their mother would think of it, or their father. Well, Sonny alludes to his father. He said actually says his father thinks that him and his brother, Sonny and his brother, are two of the best British fighters ever. Well, Sonny's got it all to prove. Well, Sonny, yeah, he has proved quite a bit, but he's in the middle of his title reign. Charlie's had a title reign, and again, with no visible road back, I don't really see that the old man's prediction is coming true. But anyway, what do you think? Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about this subject. Could they ever fight? Should they ever fight? Is it right? Morally right? You know, some people have different opinions. Leave them below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and please hit the like button. That always helps us, and we will speak again soon. Until then, bye-bye for now.